Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles Sebastian, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And folks, we got some shows for y'all today. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel, and be sure to follow me on Instagram. My handle is CTABANZ. Make sure y'all follow me on there. So let's get into today's topic, man. Yesterday was some kind of day. If I go in reverse, we reacted to Kevin Durant's crazy ass taking shots at Michael Jordan. That was the last show that we did. But yesterday they had a segment, excuse me, on the Odd Couple with Rob Parker and his partner, I believe Kelvin, I think it's Kelvin Washington. Now, Kelvin is a LeBron guy, right? Through and through. He tries to act like he's a reasonable LeBron guy, but then at times it kind of comes through. Like, he defends stuff that really annoys a lot of people. And one of those people it seems to annoy pretty often, it seems now, is Rob Parker. Now, Rob Parker, over the last, let me say, 6 to 12 months, has just been on this thing where he's just letting it fly, man. He just letting it fly. He be up there ranting. He be up there going off. Like, and I'll be like, damn, Rob one day look like he gonna try to throw up them dukes with somebody in the studio. So yesterday they were talking about the infamous decision by LeBron James, which really kicked off player empowerment and the collapse of competition in the NBA. It was a very, very controversial move, and that move made him into the most hated player in the NBA the following season. It was no question. He worried. Like, he was the guy that everybody hated. And when the Miami Heat lost in the finals and LeBron didn't play well in 2011, people were celebrating. Like, it was because they hated him and the way that they did it. Not just the decision, but what ensued afterwards. The fake parade that they held, and not one, not two. Now, it was just so cringy and ridiculous, right? So they were reacting to that. And then all of a sudden, man, Rob just loses it and starts going off, talking about the decision didn't work and this and this. How could it work? It was crazy, like crazy. But before we even get into their exchange, today's video is brought to you by a sponsor, Prize Picks. Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports with over 10 million members. Prize Picks makes it easy to get real money action on the sports and players you love. You pick more or less on at least 2 for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. For example, this week on Prize Picks, I'm looking at the upcoming NBA schedule and selecting Stephen Curry for more than 29 points and Kevin Durant for more than 27 points and Anthony Davis for more than 12 rebounds and Luka Doncic for more than 8 assists. If you're like me and you like to play it safe, you'll love Prize Picks' new feature, Flex Plays. It's the safest way to play. You can still cash out even if your lineup isn't perfect. Plus, you can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. On top of this, Prize Picks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money as quick as in 15 minutes. So download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code CLNS on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So what we want to do now is we're going to play what Rob Parker had to say to his partner there, Kelvin, about the LeBron James decision. I want you guys to listen to Rob because he gets fired the hell up. Take a listen to this exchange here.
Because you know what Dan Gilbert did? He did nothing for LeBron when LeBron was there. He left. I swear we'll win a championship before LeBron ever wins one. Well, that wasn't it. LeBron won the next year and 2 years later. And so to me, it's comical. And then Dan Gilbert only won because LeBron came back and won.
Why'd he go back?
And he
why did LeBron go back? If Dan Gilbert was such a bad guy and didn't know what he was doing, why did LeBron go back?
Glad you asked.
Yeah,
because
why?
LeBron went off and won and became the biggest thing in the NBA.
So why did he go back? Why would he go help Dan Gilbert?
I'm about to tell you. Because there's a whole...
Don't make sense to me.
It absolutely does. Because LeBron wanted to win. And for who? This one's for Cleveland. This is for you. He wanted to win one in Cleveland. And guess what he did? He won in Cleveland. And so to me, the player empowerment only moves if you're that great. People have been moving for the last 10, 15 years and didn't do nothing with it. LeBron goes to Miami and wins a couple, loses a couple as well. Then he goes back to
Loses a
Cleveland.
couple as well.
Yeah, he did. And he goes back to Cleveland and wins again. And so my point is,
he's won 4 championships in 24 years.
So my point is, how long is a person supposed to stay in an organization that drafted them if they've done nothing? The Cavaliers did nothing before him. They didn't do right and get guys with him. This is a real thing. They didn't do anything for him. Boobie Gibson was a starting point guard. They had Drew Gooden.
How many games
was one
did
of their
they win
best
during
players.
those years? You want to go over their win total during the LeBron Cleveland years? Were they the number 1 seed? Did they win 60 games every year?
Because
but they didn't
of
have
him.
anybody. Okay.
Wait.
But
You're telling me they had something?
But in the playoffs, they didn't have anything? How did they win?
I just said they had LeBron.
How'd they win games?
By LeBron.
But they couldn't win with
By
LeBron in the playoffs?
You were there when he scored 25
But he couldn't
straight.
win in the playoffs?
Because I'm saying the team wasn't good.
He beat the Pistons by himself.
I'm glad you asked.
Okay, so what happened?
So
he
hold
went
on,
to San Antonio.
let me talk. Michael Jordan didn't do anything either until Pippen became Pippen, until he got Phil Jackson. He just put up a bunch of points, and that's a fact. He was getting swept in first round. He wasn't getting out the second round, and that's okay because no one does it alone, Rob. Magic Johnson walked into Jamal Wilkes, Norm Nixon, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar,
They weren't
and
winning
other
anything
players.
before that.
But he had guys.
Go look at the Lakers before that. How many championships did they win before he got there?
I'm glad you said
Magic.
that. My point
he
is,
revitalized that franchise.
That's my point, but I have to do it with Kareem. Who was their best player when they were there? It was Kareem the first half years. Magic will tell you that. And then it's Kareem and then Magic. So I'm not knocking. You need people, is my point.
I'm talking about his legacy. It ain't nobody thinks of him as the all-time greatest scorer like Kareem was forever. That's not what you think about when you think about LeBron. You think about he ushered in the legacy of trying to stack his team to win. And that's what he wanted to do.
That's fine, but you're missing the
it didn't work.
You're missing
the
genesis
work for
of it.
him.
I don't get how. Hold on. So
he went 10 times. It didn't work. It didn't work.
You're missing the genesis.
lost
The
to-
reason why this happened was because the Cavs were doing nothing, and he realized you all are only going to judge me on winning championships. Period. I'm the same player talent-wise. I'm good. I'm winning MVPs. I've gotten to drag the team to the finals in 2007. You're only going to judge me on winning championships. The team is doing nothing for 7 years, 6, 7, 8 years.
Come on, man.
He leaves on.
You know what? To sit here and say they did nothing. They got him everybody he wanted. Even Shaq wore Cavaliers. No. How did Shaq get there? How did he get there?
He was 40.
How did he get there?
He was 40.
How did he get there?
He was 40.
Why was he on that team then?
Because he was Shaq, but he was 40.
But I'm asking you how.
Right.
LeBron didn't want him and they brought Shaq in.
If your argument,
I'm asking you.
that might be the worst argument you've ever said.
No, it ain't. Answer the question.
A 40-year-old Shaq who
How did he get there? LeBron didn't want him, but he got there.
Why are you bringing up a 40-year-old Shaq?
Because I'm asking you, how did Shaq get to Cleveland?
Because I'll tell you.
No, I'm asking you.
Let me answer the question.
Answer it.
Easily. They always $1 late and $1
Who?
short. A day late and $1 short.
Cleveland or LeBron?
Cleveland.
Who's making the decisions?
Cleveland.
Come on,
They're
man.
always so
no
LeBron
way.
wants a.
So you heard what Rob had to say there. Look, man, Rob looks like he's getting fed up. Now, I don't know if this is just for the show or they really be meaning it, because I'm not, maybe it's because I've never done it, but I would find it difficult doing a show with somebody that says a lot of things that annoy me and then be cool with them after the show. I don't know how I'll be able to do that. I just don't know how I will be able to do that. Somehow these guys can do it, and maybe that's the reason why, you know, they work in corporate sports media. Like, they can do it, right? But Robbie really seeming like he gets annoyed with that guy. It seems like that guy really gets under his skin with some of the things that he said. I'll give you an example. Michael Jordan is the greatest player ever, but LeBron is the best. That was something that pissed Rob off. He's like, what are you talking about? The greatest in the best. What are you talking about, right? It's things like that. He also defended the decision for LeBron to get the Lakers to draft his son and all that. So he's a LeBron guy. But Kelvin wants to make it seem like, well, no, I'm being balanced and all of that. And he's trying to paint the decision like as if it was something positive when it's a net negative. Like, the decision wasn't good for the NBA, folks. It simply wasn't good. It was not good. It was the decision that took place that they're now putting provisions in place to pretty much limit players from creating super teams. It was the decision. Like, they put a second apron. Like, they're trying to discourage all of that. The owners are trying to take the power back. And you have a situation where ever since the decision took place, things just went downhill from there. And Adam Silver has been at the forefront of all of this. And you look at what took place at the All-Star weekends, players stopped caring. I mean, it's been a total disaster, right? It's been a total disaster for the league. Total disaster. But things seem to be kind of balancing out now in terms of parity and stuff like that. But to see how Rob went off on this guy, man, it was entertaining. I'll tell you that. It was absolutely entertaining, man. And, you got to give it up to Rob, man. Rob he wasn't holding back. So what I want to know from you guys, what do you think about that exchange? Whose side are you on? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. And we'll catch you guys on the next show. Peace.